Hey there, welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Jenny, one of Festival's Mealtime Mentors, and today we are taking one of my favorite sandwiches, a Philly cheesesteak, and turning it into a pasta dish. So we're making a one-pan Philly cheesesteak pasta skillet. It is such a great comfort food, and I think your whole family will love it. So to start off, we have a little bit of olive oil going in the pan with one large onion. And I'm just sauteing this until the onions are nice and soft and golden brown, and it looks like they are almost there. So while they finish up, I'm going to go ahead and cut up our bell pepper. I am using a green bell pepper today, but you can use whatever your favorite bell pepper is. We've used red bell pepper in this before. Yellow and orange are also great. So whatever you have on hand or whatever your favorite is. The red and yellow bell peppers are a little bit sweeter than the green, so that's a great option if you aren't a fan of green peppers. So the onions look good. The peppers are sliced. I'm going to go ahead and get these into the pan. And I'm also going to go ahead and add our sliced mushrooms. I love that this pasta dish is packed with so many great veggies. Have a little bit of minced garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and season it with some pepper and salt. Now I'm just going to give this a stir to bring it all together and let this cook for a couple minutes until the peppers are nice and soft and the garlic is fragrant. Our peppers are nice and soft, the mushrooms are soft, the garlic smells great. All of this smells so good. And now it's time to add in a little bit of meat. We have some ground beef that we're using today. If you aren't a fan of beef, you could use ground turkey, or you know what? Just leave it out and you can add some more veggies. So I'm going to just kind of mash up this beef and break it up because we don't want huge chunks of ground beef throughout our pasta. We want to make sure it's nice and distributed. And then I'll go ahead and add Italian seasoning, just a little more salt and pepper, and give this a good mix. And now I'm just going to cook this until the beef is completely browned and cooked through and no longer pink. It'll just take about 5 to 7 minutes. The ground beef looks nice and cooked, and all the veggies look great. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in our pasta now. Today we are using a box of cavatappi pasta. I like it because of the fun corkscrew shape, but you can use whatever your favorite pasta is. We go ahead and get that in, and I'm gonna give it a quick stir before I add in all the liquid too. All right, for the liquid, I'm using 6 cups of lower sodium chicken broth. I know this pot looks really full, but it will all fit, I promise. One thing I didn't mention is that you should use an oven-safe skillet because you will be sticking this pasta dish under the broiler for just a little bit. So you want to make sure that your skillet can handle that. Right, I'm gonna get all these noodles kind of nestled down in there. And now I'm gonna just turn the heat up and we're gonna bring this mixture to a boil. And once it's boiling, I'm going to cover it and then let it simmer until all that liquid has been absorbed and the pasta is cooked through, and that'll take about 20 to 25 minutes. As you can see, our pasta is nice and cooked. It's absorbed all of that liquid. And what I've done already is mixed in half of the cheese. So today we're using a blend of provolone and pepper jack cheese, and we just shredded that fresh from the block. I personally love just shredding the cheese fresh instead of buying the pre-bagged stuff because the pre-bagged stuff has that anti-caking agent and doesn't melt as nicely. So I mixed in half the cheese. And what I'm going to do now is sprinkle on the rest of the cheese. So we have a little bit of provolone here and some pepper jack. And it's just a little bit of pepper jack, so it's not too spicy. But if you aren't a big spice lover, then feel free to just use all provolone or a more mild pepper cheese. So now I'm going to go ahead and stick this under the broiler for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're just waiting for that cheese to get nice and melty and a little brown. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh, beautiful. So the cheese is nice and melted, and there are beautiful little golden brown flecks on top. So this looks so good, and you're ready to dive in now. I love how simple this dish is. So I hope you fill up with this Philly cheesesteak pasta skillet. And to get this recipe on your phone, text PHILLY Philly to 78402. And for more recipes and resources from your mealtime mentors, visit bestfoods.com.